We're at the main hall of the Changling, Changling, right? Not Changling, Changling, because E is like ah, right? Changling. Tomb. Pass through the front gate. And they've got some stuff here for set up like it's a ceremony about to go off. Let's see. Ming Royal Sacrificial Performance presents the grand scene that the Ming Emperor Zhu Yizhen came to Changling to offer sacrifice to ancestors on Tomb Sweeping Day in 1580. Two sacrifices and prayer ceremonies are held. First, the Emperor Zhu Yizhen conducts the sacrificial ceremony himself. Then, two Empress Dowagers, Empress and concubines led by the Emperor perform the ceremony. Tomb Sweeping Day is in April, right? The Spring Festival is the same thing? No, it's Qingling Festival, right? Yeah, it's different than Spring Festival. Tomb Sweeping Day, Qingling is that famous painting is like the Qingling Festival. You know that big painting? It's very famous of a like market scene along the river during the Qingling Festival. Yeah. The Changling Mausoleum of the Ming Dynasty, situated in front of the main peak at Tianshu Mountain, was built in the 7th year of the Emperor Yonggle's reign, 1409. Here were buried Zhu Di, Emperor Yongle, and Empress Shu. The mausoleum, covering 120 square kilometers, was the first and the earliest of the 13 Ming tombs. Surrounded by mountains, the tomb site was interlaced by streams. The main part of the mausoleum was the tomb palace, which covered an area of 120,000 square meters. The main buildings include Treasure City. In it was the tomb. Under it was the Shuanggong Palace. In front of it were Square City and Tower of Brightness. Ling En Hall, Ling En Gate, Side Hall on the left, Side Hall on the right. Divine Silk Burner, Divine Kitchen, Divine Warehouse, Abattoir, Pavilion, and Dressing Hall. Among them, the Treasure City was 300 meters in diameter. The Ling En Hall had 9 main rooms with 15 rooms, each in the left and right side halls. Changling Mausoleum was the largest mausoleum in Tianshu Mountain. The Divine Way, in front of the Tomb Palace, about 8 kilometers, was long and zigzagging. Along the way were built Stone Arch, Grand Red Gate, Stele Pavilion of Imperial Deeds, stone sculptures, Dragon and Phoenix Gate, and bridges. On the left and right side of the Tomb Palace were tombs of Emperor Yonggle's concubine, respectively called East Well and West Well. Changling Mausoleum, solemn, elegant, and harmonious with the surrounding beautiful scenes, was indeed a model of ancient Chinese architectural art. This is from 1998. Oh, I got a museum. Cool. Route visit to the left here. This is the modern statue of Yongle that they've added since the excavations in the 20th century. Sitting there very regally, presiding over all the visitors who throw 1 UN bills and half UN bills. That's worth about 15 cents or something, those bills. The 1 UN note. Bob and weave, bob and weave. Emperor Yongle and the historical display of the Chang Mausoleum of the Ming Dynasty. So, in the Ming Dynasty, the big threat, the perceived threat, is still, I think, the Mongols. That's why they start reinforcing the Great Wall so much. And they're really the last dynasty to do so, because the Mongols are over at that point, and you have the Manchu who do, I think, come in from the north, but for the most part, I think the bigger threat during the Ming, early Ming, is Japanese piracy along the coast. 600 years ago, when Zhu Di, or Emperor Changju of the Ming Dynasty, decided to bury his wife, Emperor Shu, here, the construction of a grand mausoleum was initiated. 15 years later, Emperor Changju was jointly buried in the mausoleum with Emperor Shu, which is named Chang Mausoleum. Ling is tomb or mausoleum. The magnificent Chang Mausoleum is a landmark in Chinese royal mausoleums. It inherits and develops the royal mausoleum system dating from the period of Zhu Yuanzhang, or Emperor Taiju of the Ming Dynasty, and former emperors, establishing the mausoleum pattern for the royal family of the Ming Dynasty. Besides, it's also adopted by the Qing Dynasty. They're buried in the eastern tombs, most of the Qing, on the other side, going out into Hebei province, east of Beijing. Zhu Di, a great talent, had made significant influence on the development of Chinese history. He built the royal mausoleum in Beijing as one part of his political arrangement. The Ming tombs, led by Shang Mausoleum, carries rich historical culture, reflects then philosophy, worldview, and political view, records the ups and downs of the royal families, and represents the highest architectural and craft level. They are the precious heritage for both China and the world. According to the past experience, to protect and inherit the precious heritage indeed will benefit the great renaissance of Chinese nation. 2009. What does it mean when they add N, apostrophe EN to Ling? Ling N? On the sign outside it kept saying like Ling N. Ling is tomb and then EN at the end.
Ling An is the name for the gate.
The gate, okay.
Yeah. And this is the Ling An.
Ah, so instead of men they were putting an apostrophe. So that was like Ling Men. Yeah, okay. List of mausoleums of the Ming emperors. See, 13 to 16 are buried here. Site of mausoleum. So, number 1, let's see, name of emperor. Zhu Bailu, Zhu Siju, and Zhu Chuyi are buried in Jiangsu province at Shuyi. So that's, where's Shuyi? Near Suzhou?
In Jiangsu, I don't know where it is.
Because the capital of the southern song. Shuyi.
Is Han.
Let's see, then you have
He's the first emperor in Ming Dynasty.
Zhu Shizhen, Huang Mausoleum. He's buried in Fangyang, Anhui. How do you say that province? A-N-H-U-I. Anhui?
Anhui.
Anhui. U-I is like A. Anhui?
A, yeah.
Like the ethnic minority, H-U-I is Hui?
Uh-huh.
Hui?
Hui.
Hui?
Hui.
Anhui? Anhui? Anhui. So Fangyang, Anhui. Xiao Mausoleum, let's see, of Zhu Yuanzhang and Zhu Yuanwen is in Nanjing. Chang Mausoleum, Zhu Di, Changping, Beijing. So that's here. So this is when we get into Changping. So it goes all the way through Zhu Gaoqi, Zhu Zhangji, Zhu Qijian. And it's weird because their mausoleums are not really named after them. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, that is so difficult to remember which emperor
But
lies down and which mausoleum.
it starts here with Yongle. Reign, that's their reign title, is the way to make sense of it, I guess, huh? Hongwu, Jianwen. Jianwen. Yeah. And then it stays here. Or a couple are buried at Heidian. How do you say H-I-A?
H-I-A?
Hey? Heidian?
H-I-A. You don't have H-I-A.
H-A-I, I mean H-A-I.
Hai.
Hi.
Hai Dian.
H-A-I. Hai.
Dian.
Heidian.
Beijing.
Heidian, yeah. Where's that?
It's in the
That's
west
Jinkai.
in Beijing.
Then Zhongxiang, Hubei province. H-U-B-I.
Zhongxiang.
What's H-U is He?
Hu.
Hubei. Xi'an Mausoleum. And the rest are at Changping here, all the way to C Mausoleum. That's the last one. And you can tell C because when we were looking at the map in my last video, it kind of arcs around and it's the most southwestern of the tombs. They're kind of arranged in roughly in an arc. Chang Mausoleum's the earliest one among the Ming tombs in which Emperor Yongle, Emperor Shu, and his concubines were buried. What are we looking at here? Just a map of the area, I guess. Portrait of Shu Di, Emperor Yongle. Judy. What's the difference between just Z and ZH? It's like Z is like J, and ZH is like Dj, like DG, kind of like J. ZH is like J.
Z-H-U, Zhu.
Jew,
You need
it's
to
like
roll your tongue.
roll.
Zhu.
Jew. Jew.
Zhu.
Jew.
C-H-U.
Jew. Ah, so if it was like J-U, it would be Jew. But if it was Z-H-U, it would be Jia.
Zhu.
Jew.
Zhu.
Jew. I'll get it eventually. Portrait of Judi, Emperor Yongle, 1360-1424. Whose temple title Emperor Chengju, posthumous title Emperor Wen, fourth son, Juyuan Zhang, Emperor Taizhu, granted title Prince Yan, 1370, third year Hongwu, had Beiping, today's Beijing, as his capital, 1380. So he moved the capital here from Nanjing as early as 1380. That's under Hongwu though. Ascended the throne 1402, year of Jianwen period, changed the reign title to Yongle the following year. During his reign, he had the capital moved to Beijing, so officially, Yongle Encyclopedia compiled, Grand Canal dredged, Zhenghe. What's the name for Zhenghe in Putonghua?
Zhenghe?
Yeah, the admiral who sailed on 7 voyages during the Ming. He's got a different name in Putonghua. We call him Zhenghe, but it's like
Is it Kangxi?
Kangxi maybe.
It's
Yeah.
an empire. No?
No, he's the one who had 7 voyages. He's a eunuch. You know, he was a Muslim who was captured and then rose up the ranks and became like a diplomat, admiral, out to 7 voyages. He went to Africa, got giraffes and all that.
Is it Zhenghe?
Zhenghe.
Is it Zhenghe?
Okay, so it is Zhenghe.
Zhenghe voyage to the western.
That's how you pronounce it in Putonghua, Zhenghe.
Zhenghe.
Not, I would always say Zhenghe, but it's Zhenghe. He. Like he. E is always It's almost like French. You know, sometimes I hear people speak Mandarin and it sounds like very much like French to me. Huh. Because it has all those like throat, kind of guttural throat sounds. Zhenghe voyaged to the Western Oceans, which have had profound influence in China. He's a successful emperor with outstanding achievements in the Ming Dynasty. And then the Ming turn away from the sea after that period for whatever reason. Campaign of the Jingnan. Ah, this is the area to the south of Yangtze River, right? The Jiangnan region. 5th leap lunar month, 1398, 31st year of Hongwu period. Zhu Yuanzhang. I get it right?
Yeah.
Zhu Yuanzhang died, and his grandson Zhu Yanwen ascended the throne, changing the reign title to Jianwen in the following year. To consolidate the imperial power, Emperor Jianwen adopted measures to diminish the power of vassal states. However, Zhu Di, or Prince Yan, as the uncle of Emperor Jianwen, plotted to usurp the throne. Reign of Jingnan, meaning to put down a rebellion. Zhu Di launched fierce battle with imperial court in the 6th lunar month, 1402, 4th year of the Jianwen period. Nanjing fell and Emperor Jianwen was lost. Zhu Di ascended the throne in Nanjing. Stone cover with epitaph of Juneng Dongping Wuli King. The cover was unearthed in Beijing.
Huh?
Beijing?
Beijing.
Is that right? Beijing?
Stone cover with epitaph.
How do you pronounce it though? Beijing? Is that how I pronounce that?
Which one? Beijing.
Right there. Beijing village.
Beijing.
Beijing? Beijing village. Cover on earth, Beijing village. Chaoji, right? Chaoji town. Chaoji town. Huairu
District.
Huairu district, Beijing. The tomb occupant is Juneng, native of Huayuan, Anhui. That's right? Anhui. He was low-rank official at first, promoted high-rank position for his distinguished military achievements in the campaign of the Jingnan. Second year of the Yongle period, he died of disease in the army and was posthumously conferred the title of Dongping Wuli King. Epitaph and its stone cover of Zhang Lian, excavated in Fangtiai District, Beijing. The epitaph tells that Zhang Lian, the tomb occupant, died in the 10th lunar month of 1432, 7th year of Xuandi period. For his distinguished military achievements in the campaign, Jingnan was promoted to the position of commander of Henan. Yeah?
Henan, yeah.
Epitaph and its stone cover, Zhang Lian. Epitaph stone cover. Epitaph stone cover, Li Shun. Excavated Beijing, unknown location. Epitaph tells that Li Ji, father of tomb occupant Li Jun, promoted to Bai Hu. Hu. I gotta think of H-U like W-H-O, Hu. It's almost like Vietnamese. Like I know people whose last name was in Vietnamese Hu, and that's how I pronounced it, Hu. Bai Hu. Official for his following to Emperor Yongle in the campaign of Jingnan. Stone cover. Epitaph. Excavated Sheiyuku village, Chaoji town, Huairu district. Robust physique of Wang Yu, mighty physical strength, well, versed in military skills, promoted to high rank, distinguished achievements following Emperor Yongle in campaign Jingnan. Stele, sacrifice of sacred merits and accomplishments for Xiao Mausoleum, Ming Dynasty. Well preserved. This has to be a paper copy, I guess.
It's not original.
Yeah, it's like a paper copy or something. Bird's eye view of Forbidden City. Move the capital to Beijing, 7th leap lunar month, 1406, 4th year, Yongle period. Emperor Yongle issued an imperial edict to order to construct the imperial palace, Beijing, 5th lunar month of the following year, 1420, 18th year, Yongle period. Forbidden City was completed at Beijing, following the style of the palace in Nanjing. Former capital during Hongwu period, the Forbidden City was much more magnificent and spacious. First lunar month, 1421, the capital was formally moved to Beijing, developing the city into the political, economical, and cultural center of the country. Here's the moat, corner watchtower, Meridian Gate. What do they call that river? The Golden Water, I think, right? Hall of Union and Palace of Heavenly Purity. Architecture, Meridian Gate of the Imperial Palace, and the painting of Returning to the Palace by Ming painter. Map of Forbidden City in the Ming Dynasty. You can see there the seas, Nan, Zhang, and Hai. Who? Yeah? No, Hai. Bihai, Zhanghai, Nanhai. Painting of water transport in the book by Wang Siyi. They say Beijing has no rivers, but it did. They've been channeled, and they largely run well south, east, and north of the Forbidden City. They kind of meander through the plain off the hills that Beijing sits in. But you could see from that picture the areas that became those seas that we just mentioned were large pools off some of those rivers. Little inlets or oxbow bends or something. Compile Yongle Encyclopedia, 1403-04. Yongle successfully designated Xie Jin. So Xie would be Xie. Xie Jin, Yao, Guang Xiao, and scholars as compilers of Yongle Encyclopedia. The book includes 22,877 volumes in total, integrating a large number of materials, and boasting the most integral and one of the largest known general encyclopedias in China. They have a nice painting of this at the China Arts Palace in Beijing. In Shanghai, at the old expo grounds. It was the old Beijing pavilion, China pavilion. And they have like a painting, and it's an art museum now. And they show them compiling this book, I think. This encyclopedia. It was huge. This makes it look small, but it was a huge book. The one that I'm thinking of. But it might have been a modern dictionary. I might be thinking of the one that was done in the Qing. I think I'm thinking of the one that was done in the Qing. It might have been a dictionary, not an encyclopedia. Portrait of Yao, Guang Xiao. Yongle's bell. Is it Yongle or Yongli?
Yangle.
Yongle. If I say it wrong, you can correct me.
Yang is Yong.
Yong?
Yong.
Yongle? So not Yongle, but Yongle. Yongle. The Yongle bell. Yongle period saw the great development of the casting technique. The large bell in Juesheng Temple measures 6.7 meters high and 3.3 meters in outer rim diameter and weighs about 46 tons. On the exterior and interior of the bell, the Lotus Sutra with a total of 230,000 characters was cast, boasting a beautiful design, rationally arranged alloy, and elegant tune. It is the largest bell that can be used in the world. Largest bell that can be used, huh? As a bell. Illustrated of molding the bell in exploitation of the works of nature. I think they mean exploration of the works of nature. By Song Yin Qing of the Ming Dynasty. Blue and white porcelain during the Yongle period, made of imported smalt. I think they mean cobalt. Yeah, cobalt from Persia. Blue and white porcelain. Features brilliant color. Besides, some have naturally produced black models showing a distinct artistic feature. Blue and white Ur with cloud and dragon design made in the Yongle period. You can see the Islamic motif up here, and the overall shape of it was probably imitating a Middle Eastern metal vessel. Blue and white bowl with design of beautiful lady playing the zither. Chest painting and writing made in the Yongle period. Blue and white watering pot with design of interlocking lotus branch made in Yongle period. Again, you can see the arabesques in the design.
I like
Phoenix.
this blue and white plain. It's very stylish.
Elegant.
Yeah, elegant. I have just bought one.
Yeah?
What do you say? It's necklace or something.
Pendant.
Pendant.
Yeah.
A small piece of this thing.
Ah.
It's like.
This one's Phoenix amidst flowers, bamboo joint, 4-loop handle made in Yongle period. Peachum bamboo design. You know who are the three friends of winter, do you know? The three friends of winter? You probably know this. Pine, bamboo, and plum.
Ah.
How do you say it in Chinese?
什么山友是吧？
Yeah.
梅花、梅竹、松是不是？
Ethnic relationship. Hey, that's what we have, an ethnic relationship. Map of the administrative division and ethnic groups of the Ming Dynasty. And it show three main divisions here. Would this be Han, Manchu, and maybe the Uyghur people? Is that what they're showing, the Uyghur and Mongolian Manchu? During the Yongle period, the Ming Dynasty emperor adopted the placatory and military policies of ethnic minorities in the border area. In the north, the court supported the Jurchen force. In the northeast, the Mongolian force. In the northwest, to restrict the Baiyuan state, founded by the surviving forces of the Yuan dynasty. In the southwest and south, the chieftain system was popularized to establish the military safeguarding offices. Besides, the court mutually trades with the ethnic minorities to promote the exchanges and development between the ethnic groups. Rubbing of the stele of Yongning Temple, 1409, 7th year of the Yongle period. Court established a regional military office in Heilongjiang. Yeah? When the eunuch Yi Shiha traveled to the office for the third time in the 11th year of the Yongle period, he built the Yongning Temple southwest of the office of the bank of the Hengun River of the Heilongjiang River. Here, two stelas in the temple. Where's the Heilongjiang River?
Up in the north.
North? Shenyang?
Yeah, nearby. East north.
It flows into Bohai. Two stelas in the temple recording the establishment of a military office in the temple that Yi Shihai announced the emperor's placatory edict to the region. Stone inscription left by Emperor Yangli in his way to the northward expedition. Stone inscription on Mount Qinhu. Where's Mount Qinhu? You know Mount Qinhu? Let's see. Letter from Emperor Yangli to Halima from Tibet. There's more of the Cyrillic writing. Edict issued to Latshan Gyab by Emperor Yongle. Latshan Gyab. It's a beautiful building. Look at this. Cedar columns. Nanwu. Ah, Ruyi, right? Ruyi. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Ruyi? Ruyi scepter to design Qing Dynasty handed down Capitol Museum collection. I went to the Capitol Museum the other day. It's a pretty good museum. Jade bracelets or armlets. Dragon head design, Qing Dynasty, unearthed at Shuangyu, Beijing. Chain long. Hydra. Green jade buckle with Mandarin duck shape. You know what Mandarin ducks symbolize, right?
Mandarin.
You know what they symbolize? Marital bliss. Jade lock with character Huan Tian Shi Di. What's that?
Huan Tian Xi Di.
Wait, I can guess. Hold on. Tian heaven, Shi west, Di safe.
Di
Is safe.
earth.
Earth.
Xi means happy.
Happy.
That means heraldics. Huan Tian Xi Di.
What's Huan?
Huh?
Huan?
The whole combination of 4 Chinese characters.
Okay.
It is Chinese idiom. Huan Tian Xi Di.
Stone lions from the Ming here. And what does it mean?
Heraldics. That's very much happy.
Happy?
Yeah. Huan Tian Xi Di.
Imperial jadeware from the Ming and Qing. Jade culture, China, long history dating back to Paleolithic. Yesterday I went to the Geologic Museum. You guys in China and Asia, you refer to jade can refer to a number of different minerals, actually, it said. And in the West, jade is only nephrite and jadeite, even though it can be various colors. But like here, it's all sorts of different minerals. They have 40 pieces in their collection. There's hardly any good pieces of jade left now for mining. It's all been used up. It's like turquoise, like none left. Dingling tomb, huh? Ah, here's from their belt. And they put these through cloth loops. Are they hollow on the side? No. Jasper leather belt, so they must have had vertical things to hold them on in place. Belt contains 20 jade pieces which have words indicating their location on the belt. You had to be in the emperor's inner court to be allowed to wear one of these. Produced in 1606, Jasper. White jade leather belt. Jasper. More ruyies. And a belt loop. These are belt loops actually. To hook your tunic, yeah. That's how you hooked your robe. Let's see. Foreign relationship. Yongle period saw significant development of foreign exchanges and trade. There were many countries establishing foreign relationship with the Ming Dynasty, which can be traced in the recording. The court was flooded with diplomats of foreign countries in the history of the Ming Dynasty. The quote: following Emperor Yonggle's order, Jiang He led a large fleet carrying many precious cargo, including gold, silver, silk, porcelainware, to exchange treasures in the Southeast Asian and African countries, strengthening the relationship between China and the countries. Statue of Jiang He.
Do you know Jiang He is an ethnic?
He was Muslim, yeah. He got captured in battle.
Yeah.
Uyghur, right? Yeah. Surnamed Ma, with the original family home in Yunnan. No, he was Hui. See, the Hui ethnic group of Muslims has been integrated for 1,000 years with the Han intermarriage. But the Uyghur are the ones that are troublemakers now, right? Like in Xinjiang province, they all want to separate and terrorists and all that. 1404, second year of the Yongle period. He was granted the surname Jiang by Yongle Emperor. He had voyaged to the Western Oceans with the capacity of formal diplomat 7 times in his life, by which he reached more than 30 Asian and African countries and regions. In the Great Voyage career, he showed his outstanding diplomatic and political talents. Heidai Village, Kunyang, Yunnan, birthplace of Zheng He. So he was Hui ethnic. I never seen pictures. He doesn't wear the little white cap. You know how they all wear the little white hat, the Hui ethnic minority? They all have like a little white, the men wear the little white hat.
He is wearing the official hat.
Official, yeah, 'cause he's an official. Yeah. Kunyang, Yunnan. Let's see, what is this? These are all his voyages, huh? It's 1371, he's born Yunnan province. 1382, designated to serve Prince Yan after he entered the imperial palace. 1399, followed Prince Yan in the battle and made great achievements. 1405, voyaged to the West Oceans for the first time, reached as far as Koyampadi, today's Cambay Bay, West India. 1407, voyaged West Ocean second time, reached as far as Koyampadi. 1409, voyaged West Oceans third time, reached as far as Abobadan, today's Islamabad, in Cambay, India, north of Cambay, India. 1413, voyaged to West Oceans fourth time, reached as far as Hormuz. That's the area between the Gulf of Oman and the Gulf of Iran, southeast Iran. 1417, voyaged to the West Oceans the fifth time, reached as far as Mogadishu in Somalia, today's Somalia. 1421, Mogadishu, yeah. He voyaged to the 1421. He voyaged to the West Ocean sixth time, reached as far as Hormuz, today's area between Gulf of Oman, Gulf of Iran. 1431, sixth voyage. He voyaged to the West Ocean for the seventh time and reached as far as Hormuz. 1433, dies. Jutong site, Nanjing treasure dockyard relics. Looks like they have one of his ships there or something. Rebuilt. Model of the ship Zhang He used in his voyage. He used more than 60 ships in his fleet to the West Oceans, which can be classified in large, medium, small size ones. In particular, the large ship reached as long as 44.4 zhang. 1 zhang equals 3.3 meters. Large one in ancient times. The largest one in ancient times. The exquisite design reflects the advanced shipbuilding technology of the Ming. Route map of the 7 voyages to the West Oceans of Zhang He. So he basically came down through the South China Sea, down around through the Straits of Malacca or Singapore there, and up to Ceylon, then over here into the Indian Ocean, and well, this would be the Indian Ocean. This would be, I don't know. I guess that's all the Indian Ocean. That'd be up into Saudi Arabia, Middle East, Africa, Red Sea even. Supposedly the ships that China had at this time dwarfed anything else in the world, I've read. And the big innovation, I think, is that you could raise these sails because of the bamboo slats. You could have somebody unfurl your sails without climbing the rigging. So it's a lot less dangerous for your seamen. You don't have to climb up in a storm or, you know, a lot less rigging too. This is the largest treasure ship of Zhang He's fleet during his voyage to the west, measuring 138.1 meters in length and 56 meters in width. The giant is equipped with 12 sails on its 9 masts to make use of winds from all directions, banners, lanterns, drums, and gongs used to keep contact with other ships. Chart of Zhang He's voyages, formerly known as the Map of Foreign Countries from Treasure Dockyard via Longjiang Pass. in Annals of the Military Affairs of Mao Yuanyi in the Ming Dynasty. According to the map, the fleet started from Nanjing and went southward along the river. The route of the voyage and the mountains, islands, and cities they passed were marked with traditional Chinese outline landscape drawing. By the route or the direction marked with compass bearings and distance worked out with sandglass calculating methods. Hard to keep time at sea. One of the biggest problems. You figure out your latitude and longitude without keeping time. It's very difficult. Looks like here's where they come out to the open ocean, I guess. The original chart of Zheng He's voyage was a whole scroll of drawings. Writer divided into 40 pages to facilitate the compilation, binding, and layout of the book. Therefore, these drawings can be connected into one. For more drawings of the Ko-Elon navigation map were annexed after Chart of Zheng He's voyage in Annals of Military Affairs by Mao Yuanyi in the Ming Dynasty. This indicates that besides the compass, Zheng He also adopted the method of Ko-Elon navigation during his voyage. This method is to use Changping Ban or star drawing board to measure the height of some of the constellations like the Big Dipper above sea level and the first geographic and find the geographic location and direction of the ship. What are the 4 great inventions of China? Ancient inventions.
Powder.
Gunpowder?
Paper.
Printing and the compass. Zheng He's tomb, foot of South Oxhead Hill, Nanjing. Mausoleum of Borneo, king at the foot, South Tortoise Hill, west suburban Nanjing. Brunei's king, South Tortoise Hill, west suburb Nanjing. 8th lunar month, 1408, 6-year Yangla period. Manarajian Anai, king of Borneo, came to Nanjing as the first overseas king, came to China in the Yangla period. He received a ceremonious reception by Emperor Yangla. 1 month later, the king died of disease, following his will of being buried in China.
Emperor was buried in Nanjing.
Because he came to visit and died of disease. Probably was not used to some virus or something that was here, maybe. Or they could have poisoned him, I don't know.
Why he was not sending back, sent back to Brunei?
So they buried him in suburbs of Nanjing and gave sacrifices every spring and autumn. There's the waterside village in Brunei. Mausoleum of Eastern Prince of Sulu Kingdom, Sulu Archipelago, Dezhou, Shandong. 1417, Eastern Prince of the Sulu Kingdom and other imperial members came to the Ming Dynasty by sea. On their way home, the Eastern Prince died of disease in Dezhou, right? That's how I say that? Dezhou?
Huh?
Dezhou?
Dezhou, yeah.
Dezhou. Emperor Yangla ordered to bury him in the manner of the imperial prince and personally composed the epigraph for him. Archway and the stone statues along the Spirit Way. The tomb. Edict issued by Emperor Yongle to Ashikaga Yoshimitsu, King of Japan. Portrait of Empress Shu, daughter of Shu Da, great general with distinctive achievements, founding the Ming Dynasty. 1376, Hongwu period. She was conferred as the concubine of Prince Yan and later became empress after Emperor Yongle. After Emperor Yongle enthroned. 4th day, 7th lunar month period, 1407. She died age 46. These are his kids. How many? 4 sons. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 daughters, 6 daughters, 4 sons and 6 daughters. Portrait of Zhu Gaoji, Emperor Renzhong of the Ming Dynasty. Baby. Ah. Site selection and construction. Chang Mausoleum. Site selection began in 1407. After the death of the Emperor Shu, Zhou Hong, Minister of Rights, led Liao. Is that how you say that? Liao? Liao?
Liao?
Liao Zhongqing. Third line, Liao.
Yeah, Liao.
Liao Zhongqing and other geomancers to visit the suburbs of Beijing according to the emperor's order. Yeah?
Liao Junqing.
Geomancers are people who are experts in feng shui. That's why I say that, feng shui.
Yeah,
Feng shui, that means literally what? Something, mountain and water or something?
Feng is wind, shui is water.
Wind and water, right.
Yeah, but we have a philosophy about feng shui.
Yeah, I know, yin and yang and all that.
Yeah, something like that.
Lucky numbers. I took a course in feng shui in Hong Kong.
Really?
It was just,
How long?
just a morning, just a lecture. Finally, they selected the auspicious Tianshu Mountain in Changping District of Beijing. The construction of the underground tomb chamber of the mausoleum was launched on the 8th day of the 5th lunar month in 1409. Completed 11th year, which was followed by the construction of the ground architectures completed till Jiajing period. Portrait of geomancer Liao Chunqing.
Liao Junqing.
Zhengqiang.
Junqing.
Zhengqing, Liao Zhengqing, 1350 to 1413, also known as Liao Jiaobao, right? Bao?
Zhao Bao.
Jiaobao.
Yu Feng.
And Liao Yufeng
Yeah.
from
You know what?
San Liao.
What annoys me is the ancient people have their own name and then have another version of name, like writing name.
Yeah,
or-
pen name, yeah.
Yeah, it's annoying.
Like I went to Lu Shun Museum yesterday and he was Zhu Ren and then he was Lu Shun and yeah.
It's like my Chinese name Tan Ting Ting and then my English name is Serena Tan.
Yeah.
And then my Cantonese is Tan Ting Ting, something like that.
The more the merrier. It gets confusing though. He was from San Liao village in Xingu County, Guangzhou Prefecture. Today's San Liao village in Meijiao Town, Xingu County, Guangzhou City, Jiangxi Province. In the Ming Dynasty, he acted as the principal geomancer of Chang Mausoleum. For his meritorious achievements, he was promoted to high-rank position. We got a group here. The map of the mountain for Imperial Mausoleum, drawn by Liao Zhongqing, kept in pedigree of Liao Chang. At least he's not using a loudspeaker. Architecture of the Chang Mausoleum followed the specification of Qiao Mausoleum of Emperor Taiju, with only slight changes. As the main part of the mausoleum, the tomb chamber is located at the foot of the Tianshu Mountain and faces south. Its plan is square in front, round in the rear. Inside the tomb's chamber, the treasure hill, the soul tower, the hall of eminent favors, and the gate of eminent favors lie lengthwise along the central axis, demonstrating a grand state. The winding and tranquil spirit way leading to the tomb chamber, the stone statues on the two sides, and the other ritual structures are well integrated into the natural landscape, showing a solemn sense of commemoration. Stele indicating people to dismount. Stone archway. Ah, Wu Pai Lu.
五牌楼
Wu Pai Lu. Yeah. The Grand Red Door. Shanggong Hang Di Pavilion of Chang Mausoleum. Stone statues along the spirit way of Chang Mausoleum. Stone lions. You know what we call these? Foo dogs.
Huh?
Foo dog.
No, it's lion.
Yeah, but sometimes in the United States they didn't understand they were lions, they called them foo dog. In Chinatowns, you know, in the United States. Stone camel, stone shiji, a fabulous animal. Stone high-ranked officials, stone general, stone notorious minister. Stone elephant, stone kailin, stone horse. The kailin's got the head of this and the tail of that, something something. 5-arch bridge north of the Spirit Way, Chang Mausoleum. Phoenix and Dragon Gate on the Spirit Way of Chang Mausoleum, 5-arch bridge south of the Spirit Way of Chang Mausoleum. Site of the 7-arch bridge of the Spirit Way, Chang Mausoleum. Main gate, Chang Mausoleum. Gate of Eminent Favors. Long Fu dragon-shaped head stele. We saw that in the first video. Panorama of Chang Mausoleum. What are they talking about?
金西楠木
Silk thread embroidery. Ah, the wood. Nanmu. Nanmu wood.
And
Cedar.
just look at the pole. It's all made of namu. And in order to protect it, have
Yeah, plastic. Gate of Eminent Favors of the 3rd row of the courtyard at Chang Mausoleum. Furnace for burning silk, bearing funeral orations or false paper currencies for the deceased before Hall of Eminent Favors. Square, City and Soul Tower of Chang Mausoleum. Shanghao. Stele erected in Seoul Tower. Conclusion, 600 years ago, Judi or Emperor Yangle decided to construct his mausoleum here. 600 later, we can no longer know who was the first one to initiate the project on this land. However, the destiny of the land has been determined as the final settlement of Judi under his command. In the Chinese history, no one like Emperor Yangle completes such a large amount of influential achievements in a short life. When he died, he's buried at the mausoleum. He finally rested here, getting rid of all the sickness and endless work, regardless any later comment. He's not only a successor of Zhu Yuanzhang or Emperor Taiju, but also a pioneer in Ming history. The exhibition is our comments on him, but of course not the only one. All sorts of curios here. Bye, 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 bye. Jade accessories, Lotus Osprey, Ming. Plum bamboo deer, dragon, hydra. Jade gui. How do you pronounce this? Gui? Gui? Like the bronze vessel is also a gui, right? Like, you know Gui Street near me, where the hostel has Ghost Street. All the food is named after a gui. Like, gui sounds like ghost. We could go eat there later tonight. It's in Mandarin, they call it Gui Street. It's by Beiqiao subway, Beijing Qiao, off line 5.
You know what? The same pinyin have
Different,
represents
yeah,
so many different
things, yeah.
Don't take one pinyin as like the
Yeah. But it's pronounced Gui? Gui. And how do you pronounce W-E-I? Wei?
Wei.
Wei? Yeah, Wei. Like hello? Sometimes people answer the phone. White jade cup, dragon, ripple patterns, Ming Dynasty, green jade cup, 2 ears, and not ripple pattern but nipple pattern. These are copies after ceremonial food vessels from the Shang and Western Zhou period. Jade cup, coiled dragon shaped in the Qing Dynasty. And we missed this over here. The terrorist group was in the corner here. The tourist group, I mean, excuse me. Geomantic map of the Chang Mausoleum. Tianshu Mountain, ranges of Chang, Mount Daiyu, Mount Huyu, etc. Yangquai Ridge, Mount Mongshan, etc. Chang Mausoleum and its safeguarding hills. Tianshu Mountain, Chang Mausoleum and its opposite mountain. Hills flanking the estuary of Chang Mausoleum. Records related to the construction of Chang Mausoleum and the veritable records of the Emperor Taizong, Ming Dynasty. The fact that Ni Zhang supervised the stone material quarrying for statues along the Spirit Way in early Zheng Tong period, recorded in his book. Drawings of making clay bricks and tiles, exploitation of the works of nature by Song Yingxing Ming. Drawing and making tiles, exploration, same thing. So they make the yellow tiles. And there's a few more things over here to see, and then we can walk out. I spent like an hour in here. Must read the history. Green jade washer, a little dragon inside. White jade washer, magpie plum. White jade water container, lotus design, Qing, unearthed from Chain Long's tomb. The Dandy Emperor of the Qing Dynasty, green jade inkstone, plum design Qing. Green jade brazier, cover with lotus and crane, Qing Dynasty. Green jade box, melon design, Ming Dynasty. White jade object, character of Swai Swai Ping An, Qing Dynasty. Green jade table screen with scenery and figures design. White jade table screen with phoenix and peony design. Jasper table screen, carved flowers, birds and Qing. Birds, Qing Dynasty. Here's a model of the linear layout. Let's see. I don't know if these are all the same. This is the original state of Xianling, which is one of the unexcavated tombs. And this one is Jingling, another of the unexcavated tombs. Here's a model of the hall we're in, I'm guessing. 3 tiers of marble for a base. Ling and Hall, Chang Ling, scale of 1 to 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bays wide. The number 9 comes up over and over again. 9 times 9, 81. So you'll have like usually 81 brass things, knobs on a door for imperial stuff. Here's the main model we're looking at here. So we are here. Now we gotta go climb the Spirit Tower and back. We can't get into the tombs here. You have to go over to Dingling to get into the tomb. Original statue of Qingling Mausoleum. Show me the way to go home. Tired and I wanna go to bed. I had a little drink about an hour ago. What are these, orchards? Pine trees? It's gone right to my head. Judi, Emperor Yangle lived from 1360 to 1424. He succeeded to the throne in Nanjing in 1402 and had ruled China for 22 years in the Ming Dynasty as a prominent ruler. He made great contributions to politics, economy, culture, diplomacy. Praised it as an exquisite work of art, this bronze statue was set up in 1998, and it's just over 4 meters high and weighs 5.5 tons. 10,000, over 10,000 pounds. Where'd she go? She's shopping, I bet. Yes. You find anything you like?
I just have some, background information about Jinsi and it says if it's buried in the earth, it would have like more than 1,000 not rotten.
1,000 what?
They can preserve well under the earth
this
for
stuff?
more than 1,000, yeah.
What are they? This is
made of Jinsi.
Oh, this is the same wood the columns are made of, cedar.
Yeah. It's same here.
Yeah. Cedar is a very fragrant wood. In the United States, we make closets out of it, and it was used to try to control like moths that eat clothing. They make cedar closets.
And if you look at carefully for this kind of pastry, you can see the patterns.
Yeah, like the grain of the wood.
Yeah, the rings in the wood.
Cool. I see people sometimes with these bracelets on the subway rubbing them over their hands.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's like a Buddhist thing, I think, yeah?
It's not only for Buddhist thing, it's kind of like an antique collector.
Oh, hey, I wanted to ask you something.
Yeah.
What does sui something mean?
Sui Ping An.
Yeah. What's that?
That means wish you safe and sound all the time.
Sui Ping An.
Sui, that means year after year. Ping An is safe.
Yeah. Like Ping An Li. There's this metro stop on line 4.
The same pronunciation and Chinese character. Ping An means safe.
Yeah.
But I don't understand why they name this.
It has an inscription on it.
Ah.
So it's like a gift or something for someone to stay safe, like a little birdie. Do we look at that other? I don't think we saw this exhibit. There's one more case over here.
There's about one.
You want to have lunch?
When can we go?
We can go now to the canteen. Well, we'll go to the back and see the Spirit Tower, and then we'll have lunch at the canteen.
Just make sure we arrive there before.
Yeah. So this is the whole layout of the complex. So we came into the train station.
Where are we?
Sacred Wall Hill.
That's Dingling.
Screenwall Hill. Screenwall Hill. Hanbao Hill. Terrace Well Hill. A little pagoda by the dam where they created the reservoir. The Ming Tomb Reservoir. And then this is the start. We came up this way on the bus, but the bus, of course, doesn't go down the actual
middle.
sacred way.
Over there. Have you seen it?
Yeah. Hold on. I'll look at it in a minute. So this is Dragon Hill. And then this is what it looked like before any roads were built. So you would have a royal procession for a burial. You would have come up this 8-meter long road called the Sacred Way, the stone archway. The Great Red Gate, the Imperial Sacred Way, lined with statues of animals and scholars, generals. Then the Gate of Dragon and Phoenix, passing by Tian Shuling Hill, right? They wouldn't have had a reservoir back then, I don't think. This is Tiger Hill. Looks like they had some walls built here for protection. Xiling, that's the last one. So see how they're all kind of arranged in an arc here? And then which one did you find that we're at? Ting Ting. Which one is Qingling? Changling. Which one? These are the two we're going to next right here. Dingling and
It is here.
Jiaoling are these two. That's where the museum is. There's another museum there.
Changling.
Where's Changling?
Very middle. Right here.
Where?
Straight.
The big one. Okay.
The bigger one.
The big one. Okay.
In the left it is
right there.
Xianling. On the right it is Jingling.
Nice. Cool. Presiding over all the visitors who throw 1 UN bills and half UN bills. That's worth about 15 cents or something, those bills. The 1 UN note. Bob and weave, bob and weave. Emperor Yongle and the historical display of the Chang Mausoleum of the Ming Dynasty. So in the Ming Dynasty, the big threat, the perceived threat, is still, I think, the Mongols. That's why they start reinforcing the Great Wall so much. And they're really the last dynasty to do so, because the Mongols are over at that point, and you have the Manchu who do, I think, come in from the north, but rooms, each in the left and right side halls. Changling Mausoleum was the largest mausoleum in Tianshu Mountain. The Divine Way in front of the Tomb Palace, about 8 kilometers, was long and zigzagging. Along the way were built Stone Arch, Grand Red Gate, Stele Pavilion of Imperial Deeds, stone sculptures, Dragon and Phoenix Gate and bridges. On the left and right side of the Tomb Palace were tombs of Emperor Yongle's concubine, respectively called East Well and West Well. Changling Mausoleum, solemn, elegant, and harmonious with the surrounding beautiful scenes, was indeed a model of ancient Chinese architectural art. This is from 1998. Oh, I got a museum. Cool. Route visit to the left here. This is the modern statue of Yongle that they've added since the excavations in the 20th century. Sitting there very regally. For the most part, I think the bigger threat during the Ming, early Ming, is Japanese piracy along the coast. 600 years ago, when Zhu Di, or Emperor Changju of the Ming Dynasty, decided to bury his wife, Emperor Shu, here, the construction of a grand mausoleum was initiated. 15 years later, Emperor Changju was jointly buried in the mausoleum with Emperor Shu, which is named Chang Mausoleum. Ling is tomb or mausoleum. The magnificent Chang Mausoleum is a landmark in Chinese royal mausoleums. It inherits and develops the royal mausoleum system dating from the period of Zhu Yuanzhang, or Emperor Taiju of the Ming Dynasty, and former emperors, establishing the mausoleum pattern for the royal family of the Ming Dynasty. Besides, it's also adopted by the Qing Dynasty. They're buried in the eastern tombs, most of the Qing, on the other side, going out into Hebei province, east of Beijing. Zhu Di, a great talent, had made significant influence on the development of Chinese history. He built the royal mausoleum in Beijing as one part of his political arrangement. The Ming tombs, led by Shang Mausoleum, carries rich historical. The Qingling Festival, you know that big painting? It's very famous, of a market scene along the river during the Qingling Festival. Yeah. The Changping Mausoleum of the Ming Dynasty, situated in front of the main peak at Tianshu Mountain, was built in the 7th year of the Emperor Yongg's reign, 1409. Here were buried Zhu Di, Emperor Yongle, and Empress Shu. The mausoleum, covering 120 square kilometers, was the first and the earliest of the 13 Ming tombs. Surrounded by mountains, the tomb site was interlaced by streams. The main part of the mausoleum was the tomb palace, which covered an area of 120,000 square meters. The main buildings include Treasure City. In it was the tomb. Under it was the Shuanggong Palace. In front of it were Square City and Tower of Brightness. Ling En Hall, Ling En Gate, Side Hall on the left, Side Hall on the right. Divine Silk Burner, Divine Kitchen, Divine Warehouse, Abattoir, Pavilion, and Dressing Hall. Among them, the Treasure City was 300 meters in diameter. The Ling En Hall had 9 main rooms with 15. We're at the main hall of the Qingling. Changling, right? Not Qingling, Changling, because E is like ah, right? Changling. Tomb. Pass through the front gate. And they've got some stuff here for set up like it's a ceremony about to go off. Let's see. Ming Royal Sacrificial Performance presents the grand scene that the Ming Emperor Zhu Yijun came to Changping to offer sacrifice to ancestors on Tomb Sweeping Day in 1580. 2 sacrifices and prayer ceremonies are held. First, the Emperor Zhu Yijun conducts the sacrificial ceremony himself. Then, 2 Empress Dowagers, Empress, and concubines, led by the Emperor, perform the ceremony. Tomb Sweeping Day is in April, right? The Spring Festival is the same thing? No, it's Qingling Festival, right? Yeah, it's different than Spring Festival. Tomb Sweeping Day, Qingling, is that famous painting is like